Hi everyone, this is Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop, and I'm going to do a lesson on the 3-card spread using Lenormand cards. Now the question I asked for this reading lesson was Pence and Trump's relationship going forward. What do you see? So Mike Pence and Donald Trump's relationship going forward, what do we see?
Out of the chaos, another kind of damage, a fracture to the Trump-Pence relationship itself, once forged by unblinking loyalty.
We've gotten to be very close friends, and it's the greatest honor of my life to be vice president to President Donald Trump.
But the president repeatedly demanded Pence bend to his will to stop the electoral count for Biden.
I hope Mike Pence comes through for us. I hope Mike has the courage to do what he has to do. If you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
The fallout, 5 days with no contact between them. The president did not call when Pence and his family were hurried to a secure location at the Capitol. Nor did Mr. Trump condemn his own supporters who chanted death to Pence.
Now I pulled out these 3 cards randomly. And so we have the rider, we have the man, and then the clouds. So in this reading, I would associate the man card with Donald Trump because he is the boss or he is the leader of this relationship. So he's the main man. And then Pence, I will take as the rider because the rider card is almost like the secondary man. Okay. Now the card in front is the clouds. So as how I would read this is Donald Trump feels very cloudy going forward with their relationship and partnership and friendship. Now behind Donald Trump, he's turning his back on Pence. So even though Mike Pence seems to be going towards Donald Trump has got his back facing Mike Pence.
Look at Vice President Pence, one of the most faithful guys to Donald Trump, is now public enemy #1 in Trump world.
A source close to Pence did not want to paint him as hurt, but said the vice president believes the decision he made was the right one.
Now in Lenormand, I do read directional, which means the way that the card is facing is important to me as well. So Donald Trump is looking forward into the cloud. So this is indicating that he's not feeling clear at all. And if we look at the card, this is the Lenormand Learner's Deck that I designed. And it's specifically for beginners because I wrote words on there. If we look at Donald, he's got confusion, ambiguity, anxiety, worry, and illusion ahead of him. So this is showing that he's not sure where he's going at all, okay? Now, if we also look at the card, these clouds are slightly darker. So the darker clouds are towards Donald, which makes it worse. Now, the other thing I want to point out is if we notice there's another man in the insert, the King of Clubs. So perhaps Donald will look towards another male for guidance, say, perhaps friendship or support. However, this man will not bring him clarity at all. It'll be someone that will bring more confusion towards him. Now, if we do mirroring, if we mirror this card with this card, it shows Mike Pence also feels very confused going forward. So these two look like their relationship is going to go into some major fog, major confusion. Now I can also do the sum total where we can add up all the cards. So number 1 plus 28 plus 6 equals 35. So then we look through the deck and we find 35. Okay, 35 happens to be the anchor. So the anchor is indicating that they will still hold on to each other. So the anchor to me means someone is going to hold on, maybe a bit stuck. Okay, if we look at the word, it says stuck, stubborn, perseverance, takes time long term. So these two men will be associated together for a long time, obviously in history. Grounded, deep, long-term, patience, slow, hope, and stability. So perhaps after a long time, they may start to understand each other. It also doesn't show them fully separating either. It just shows them going into a very confused period. So we might find that even though these two are kind of confused with each other going forward, they may still support each other in some way. The anchor is a very sort of grounded, supportive card. It's almost like hold fast and stay put. So now I asked some of my Lenormand group. I asked them for their opinions and what they see in these three cards. So let's have a look at what other people have said about this combination. So let's look at some of the comments we have in the Lenormand group, study group. Sherry, fatigue, cloudy conversation, confusion. It's not going to be straightforward ever. I have to agree with that. Probably the anchor as the sum total as well represents they're stuck together as well in this confusion. So they're going to, be associated with each other, but it's going to be cloudy. Ingrid, looks like Pence is going up in smoke. His future looks cloudy. I asked, why do you say it's Pence and not Trump? Just wondering, my friend. Now, I know Ingrid is a big Trump supporter, so let's see what she says. Pence is done. He's toast. Pence is a very shady character. You will see, just watch. And I said, okay, but how do you see that in the cards? We know they are shady. They are politicians. So what politician isn't shady is my question. I can't use comments if it's not connected to the cards. If I decide to make a video. So I was just asking her to back up her claims so I could use it in this study video. So Ingrid said, okay, you can remove my comment if you wish. No, I don't wish, Ingrid. I want your comments. But as I mentioned, the clouds doesn't look good for this guy, and knowing who he is falls into how I perceive this relationship going forward. I'm getting a little weary being constantly antagonized in these groups. I read a lot of posts that are just pure opinions, having nothing to do with the cards, yet nobody ever questions it. At least my read is related to the cards. Just because someone sees it differently, it's fine with me. But I'm not going to be forced to see things I don't see to please somebody. Well, I wouldn't want you to do that. I would want you to tell me what you see and then back it up with the cards, just like I would ask any of my students. And Ingrid says, in addition, you are asking about a relationship of two people. So you can pick and choose who you see in these cards. You might see Trump and I might see Pence. Who is wrong? You tell me. Well, it's not about right or wrong. It's about just explaining what you're saying. So I'll move on. Sonia, the offer of friendship, if any, is not genuine, and it will be met with doubt or more. Clouds can indicate many things, from a dark storm to extreme weather, climactically or emotionally. So coming soon, a dense fog with chilling winds. If I was Pence, I would deck Trump in public. He deserves no less. Rider, messenger, news, approaching. Man, subject, clouds, depression, muddled, foggy, stormy, dark. Low visibility, cursed and heavy. Yes, I would add to that, yes, of course, the rider card is usually messages, and it can also be the media. So perhaps there's going to be people talking to the media, which they're probably already done. Rose O chilly. Yeah, looks pretty chilly with those clouds. Sylvain. Another interpretation could be that their relationship is uncertain because they don't trust each other. Yep, I agree with that. The clouds brings in trust issues. Elona, uncertainty facing the dynamics of the relationship between them. Clouds, however, they remain closely connected, even if not on good terms. Yes, I agree with that, especially with the anchor being the sum total. Tiffany, news brings uncertainty and smokescreen between them. Very good. Sheila, man clouds means that the man in question is so confused that you can't read his future as one course of action. Ryder is an intruder, third party, or new man, so Pence won't be the vice president in the future unless no one else will take it. And the clouds disappear. It adds to 35 anchor, so they are stuck with each other for the next 10 days at least. Well, yeah, I think it's going to be more than 10 days that they're going to be stuck with each other, these two. Darla, their relationship will be hidden, masked. Yes. Well, they are in politics after all, so we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes with these two. And possibly Pence may hold on to Trump for political reasons, which we don't know yet because it's unclear. Okay, well, thanks everyone who contributed. This is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop.